You're watching the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube channel. Welcome to Redemption. And we have got a jam-packed show for all the great fans here tonight. Round one action going to be getting started with Maximum Destruction taking on Wreck-It Crew, and then Ninja Turtle going to go one-on-one with the Raminator, and that's how round one gets us started here tonight at Redemption, represented by the Smashdown roster of the September season. And right now, Wyatt Anderson coming back in Maximum Destruction. He's about to go one-on-one with 𝐷𝐸𝐵𝐷𝐸. We haven't seen her in quite some time. She's been doing well all September season long over here on Smashdown. She now gets ready to take on the Wise Man, the Wreck-It Crew out of Columbus, Michigan, on the inside lane. Here's the green light to get us started at Redemption. Max D with the early lead, but Wreck-It Crew right there with him. And it looked like it was all Max D here tonight getting across the finish line first. We are going to go back and check out the MTA photo finish. And your winner inside of round one between Wreck-It Crew and Max D is going to be Wyatt Anderson. Maximum Destruction by a nose. He'll put the Wreck-It Crew on the trailer. Next up here tonight in round one, Chris Culp returns in the all-new Ninja Turtle machine. He is now set and ready to take on 𝐷𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐷𝐸 in the Raminator Dodge out of Champaign, Illinois. The captain of the Crush This race team. There you see him over there with the big heavy horsepower on the outside lane. Chris Culp debuted the all-new Ninja Turtle at the top of the September season. He's proved to be a bad, fast threat out here on the circuit. Here's the green light now as the Raminator and Ninja Turtle are side by side. Up over the first jump now. What a matchup here in round one. And the Ninja Turtle will pull out the upset here tonight over the Raminator. The rookie will take out the veteran here in round one. Now next up, coming up tonight inside of round one, we're going to see the return of Gravedigger the Legend. He's going to go one-on-one with the Clydesdale, and then Rage gets ready to take on the Monster Lobster Crustacean here in the first half of round one. Now up at the line right now, it's your boy Shaggy. Matt Cheever returns here tonight in Gravedigger the Legend. He's going to go one-on-one with Bennett Cartwright inside of the Clydesdale Chevrolet. He made his MTA debut just a couple of months ago, so another matchup here tonight between rookie and veteran. We're about to see who's going to move on into our round two competition. Both drivers are staged. Green light drops down off the line. They're pretty much side by side now. Legend now pulling the lead, and Shaggy will get the win as he tags the wall inside of the shutdown area here tonight. He'll pull a big-time win out over the rookie Bennett Cartwright inside of the Clydesdale. Next up in round one here at Redemption, it's going to be the return of Keith Cromwell, the former three-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. Crustacean coming to the line. He is going to take on Rudy 𝐷𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐷𝐸 in Rage, the truck based out of Columbus, Michigan. Ready now over here on the inside lane, the Chevrolet S10, looking strong all September season long. He's trying to get a big-time win against longtime veteran Keith Cromwell in Crustacean. Here's the green light now. Off the line they go. Crustacean with the early lead, but Rage is starting to come back on the inside. And 𝐷𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐷𝐸 now tagging the wall in the shutdown area. Crustacean had a lead on him from the start, but Rage came back on him on the big end, and that would be the wrap for the Crustacean machine as Rage will advance on into round two. Next up here tonight in round one, top right-hand corner of your screen, Blue Thunder goes one-on-one with King Crunch, and then we're going to be taking a look at the Junkyard Dog taking on Crash Test Dummy, and that's our next matchups here tonight in round one competition. 𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵 all the way out of Spring, Texas, in the all-new King Crunch, ready to take on the S-Kicker, Sawyer Ramsdale, and Blue Thunder out here driving for the Backyard Beast race team. There you see him over there on the outside lane, again taking on 𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵 in the 1997 edition of King Crunch, ready to go on the outside lane. Nothing screams 90s like the teal and purple. Both drivers staged and ready. Here's the green light down the straightaway. King Crunch now with a lead on a through no man's land, and 𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐿𝐵 pulling out a win here tonight over the Blue Thunder machine. What a ride that was. He had the win pretty much from the start, and he gets the job done here tonight. Next up in round one, Kieran Adams returns all the way out of the K&J Motorsports race team. Crash Test Dummy coming to the line to take on Ryan Davis in the Junkyard Dog out of the Backyard Beast race team. That awesome looking 41 Willys over here on the inside lane. He's been doing well out here these past couple of weeks. Been a consistent truck. He's just now got to get it in the victory lane. We'll see what he's got against the Crash Test Dummy in round one. Green light goes down off the line. They're pretty much even, but now Crash Test Dummy with a lead on him. JYD tried to come back on the big end. He did not get the horsepower down like he thought, and Crash Test Dummy will pull out a win here tonight over the JYD. What a matchup that was. Again, they were even off the start, but here comes Crash Test Dummy on the outside lane, putting down the horsepower. We go back and look at the MTA photo finish by about half a truck or better. It's going to be CTD moving on into round two action here tonight. And now we get set and ready to close out round one. The bottom right-hand corner of your screen, Dragonoid's coming back to take on Bad Company and then the Mohawk Warrior gonna go one-on-one with Velociraptor. That's how we close out round one action here tonight. And up at the line, Aaron Church returning in the Dragonoid machine. The new truck debuted about a month or so ago. Hasn't been really working for him. He's got it trying to get it dialed in, and then he's taking on Brad Anderson in the Bad Company Chevrolet, driving for the Renegades Motorsports race team. That truck is one bad, fast unit out here on the MTA circuit. We'll see what he's got against Dragonoid and see if Aaron Church has got the bugs worked out of that truck. Here's the green light now, and down the straightaway they go. They're pretty much even, slightly the back, coming on the outside, but Dragonoid trying to make up the ground as he put the horsepower down inside of no man's land and took a shot over that last set of cars. As we go back down and look at the MTA photo finish, we're going to double down right here. We're going to show you right before the finish line. Bad Company is already gracing the presence of that finish line, and we take another look at the second frame. Brad Anderson, Bad Company, will be advancing on into round two over the Dragonoid, but now we get set to close out round one. Javon Woodrow and Velociraptor, who's been pretty dominant out here on Smashdown all season, will now get ready to take on the brand new Mohawk Warrior, ready to go on the inside lane. Nugget behind the wheel from the Uncle Shaggy School of Driving. He's going to see what he's got against the longtime veteran Javon Woodrow and Velociraptor on the outside lane. Captain of the Backyard Beast. Green light goes down up the line, and Velociraptor with the early. Here goes Mohawk now, riding the wheel stand all the way across no man's land. What a ride for Nugget here tonight. But it looked like Velociraptor, who kept all four tires down and planted to the ground, got the win. As we go back and check out the MTA replay, coming off the line, Velociraptor got a whole shot, about a half truck lead down that straightaway. Watch your inside. Mohawk Warrior stands it on the rear tires and puts the power down. But as you see in the photo finish, Velociraptor got the job done here tonight. Mohawk Warrior was hanging right there with him, but Velociraptor will move on in the round two competition here tonight as he defeats Mohawk Warrior. And now as we get ready to take a look at how round two action is going to be breaking down, up first we're taking a look at the return of Wyatt Anderson, Maximum Destruction. He's going to be coming back and getting ready to take on the Ninja Turtle, and then Grave Digger the Legend going to go one-on-one with Raminator. Dan Gosh ready to go in the Dodge. And right now at the line, the Wise Man returns. Wyatt Anderson, Maximum Destruction, all the way out of Paxton, Illinois. Would love to get a big-time win out here as it's his first season back in quite some time. However, Chris Culp in the all-new Ninja Turtle has not been one to mess with out here on Smashdown all season long. He's been pretty fast and pretty consistent. We'll see what he's got staged now on the outside lane as he gets set and ready to take on Maximum Destruction. Both drivers stage here tonight. Round two action starts down the straightaway, side by side, up and over the first jump. Max D in trouble. Over he goes, and the fans love that as they are cheering for Maximum Destruction, rolling it over down inside of the shutdown area. What a matchup. A close race all the way down to the finish. We go back and look at the MTA replay. Off the line, maybe a slight lead to Max D over here on the inside. Up and over the first jump right here. They settle it down. He starts to get a little bit cattywampus in no man's land. You see he got the win over the Ninja Turtle. Watch right here. He kind of gets a little cross up over that last jump right there. Puts it on two wheels. He tried to save it and just ever so lightly rolled the truck over, but Max D will advance on in the semis here tonight. Next up in round two, Rudy Zillinger returns in Rage. He's now getting ready to go one-on-one with your boy Shaggy, Matt Cheever, Grave Digger the Legend, as he's ready to go over here on the inside lane. There you see Rage right there out of Columbus, Michigan. The Chevy S10 looking to do good things out here tonight as he takes on Shaggy over here. He's ready to go out of Poplar Branch, North Carolina. Both drivers going to be staged and ready. The Ford gets ready to take on the bow tie. Who's going to round two? The green light drops down. A good race so far. Up and over the cars now. And Shaggy gets it. Over goes Rage in the shutdown area. Rudy Zillinger put it on two wheels, and he tried to drive out of it, unfortunately turning the truck over. And you got to wonder if he saw those other trucks coming up in his windshield as you see him down the straightaway. Legend's got a lead right here. No chance for Rage to come back at all as Shaggy's putting down the power. Watch Rage now on the outside, gets a little crossed up on two wheels. He tried to drive out of it. Over she goes right there inside of the shutdown area. Grave Digger the Legend moves on in the semis. Next up here in round two, right hand side of your screen, we're going to be taking a look at King Crunch. Going to go one-on-one with the crash test dummy, and then Velociraptor gets set to take on Bad Company. Backyard Beast will be taking on the Renegades. And up at the line, Eric Latiki returning out of Spring, Texas in the all-new King Crunch machine. He's about to go one-on-one with K&J Motorsports crash test dummy. Kieran Adams back for the first time in a few months on the MTA circuit, all month long for the September season of Smashdown. He's now ready to go on the outside lane. We're going to see who's going to go on in the semifinals as King Crunch takes on the crash test dummy. Here's the green light down the straightaway. Side by side they go. They're pretty much even. Oh, what a ride for King Crunch. He turns it over. A hard crash for 𝐸𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞 in the King Crunch machine on the inside lane. I'm not sure if something broke on the truck and it made him steer hard into that van stack right there in the shutdown area. We go back to the replay. A pretty good race down the straightaway right here. King Crunch now putting down the horsepower. Right there you see him land and the truck just cuts hard right. Sends him right into the van stack and over he goes. Incredible ride for King Crunch here tonight. However, he does get the win over the crash test dummy. Hopefully they'll have that truck back and ready for the semifinals. But right now, 𝐬𝐻 Woodrow and Velociraptor set to go against Brad Anderson and Bad Company. Renegades Motorsports will be taking on the Backyard Beast. And there you see that bad bow tie over there on the outside lane. Again, Velociraptor has been dominant on Smashdown these past few weeks in the September season. We'll see if he can put the Renegades on the trailer boat driver stage. Green light goes down on the line. A good race down the straightaway. Up and over the first set of cars. And what a ride here tonight as 𝐬𝐻 Woodrow tags the wall with a vengeance down there in the shutdown area. But Anderson hanging right there with him. We go back to the photo finish. Your winner is 𝐬𝐻 Woodrow and Velociraptor. He gets the win here tonight over the Renegades and the Bad Company Chevrolet. And now we take a look at how semifinal action is going to be breaking down. We're looking at Wyatt Anderson in Maximum Destruction. He's going to go one-on-one with Shaggy in the Legend. And then King Crunch is coming back to take on Velociraptor, who we just saw knock off Bad Company at the end of round 2. But what a rivalry this is right here as Wyatt Anderson, the wise man, will take on your boy Shaggy, Matt Cheever, and Grave Digger the Legend. A lot of controversy between these two. They've gone back and forth for several months, and right now it's time to put up or shut up as the Legend will take on Maximum Destruction. Put your money where your mouth is, boys. Who's going to be going to the final round showdown at Redemption here tonight? Stage, green light goes down on the line, side by side, up and over the first jump. A good race through no man's land, and a great matchup here tonight in our semifinal bracket as Max D took on Grave Digger the Legend. And we're going to have to go back and take a look at the MTA photo finish and see who won this semifinal race and who's going to the finals. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Matt Cheever, Grave Digger the Legend, will pull it out by a tire over Maximum Destruction here tonight at Redemption. He is in the finals. However, who is he going to meet there? Will it be 𝐬𝐻 Woodrow in Velociraptor, who's been pretty dominant all season, to take on 𝐸𝐿𝐾𝐿 in the all-new King Crunch machine out of Spring, Texas? You see him over there, had that hard rollover earlier tonight in round 2. The crew got the truck back together. Turns out they just broke a sway bar, and that's what made the truck turn into the van sack like that. He got a little bit of fiberglass damage. He's back and ready. Who's going to be going to the final round showdown? King Crunch and Velociraptor. Green light goes down, and King Crunch got a home shot, but Velociraptor came back on the inside. And King Crunch again makes a hard right coming out of no man's land, this time keeping it under control. But Velociraptor is your winner over King Crunch, and that will set up the final round showdown here tonight at Redemption as 𝐬𝐻 Woodrow and Velociraptor from the Backyard Beast will take on your boy Shaggy, Matt Cheever, Grave Digger the Legend, ready now to go on the outside lane, and these guys are going to be throwing it down. This is for the Redemption Championship. Smashdown Circuit is putting a show on here for you fans tonight, and it's going to get better as we get ready for the final round showdown. Who's going to be taking on the big time championship win? Velociraptor, Grave Digger the Legend. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime down the straightaway, side by side, up and over no man's land. A good matchup. Woodrow in trouble. Over he goes into the shutdown area. Velociraptor is upside down. What a matchup here tonight for the final round at Redemption. And what an insane crash by Velociraptor over there. As we go back and check out the MTA replay, down the straightaway, the Legend with a slight lead on him, up and over the first jump, tries to keep the horsepower down, and right there, Shaggy pulls it out, and Velociraptor goes for a wild, spectacular ride over there on the other side of the track, getting into the wall protection, but Velociraptor turns it over. But ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in his well-documented and storied MTA career, first big-time championship for your boy Shaggy, Matt Cheever, Grave Digger the Legend. He is the Redemption Champion here tonight on the MTA YouTube channel. Thank you guys once again for coming out and enjoying the show with us. We hope you had a great time and enjoyed all the wild and crazy action as these drivers put on a great show for Redemption. Thank you guys so much. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road.